People, deluded, I'm back again. I hope you're all doing well and safe this morning. Safe. Felt like I said that weird, but moving away from that, Arsenal's under 18s won 3-2 against Crystal Palace, and you know they love to do drama so far at this level. Probably need to keep a couple more clean sheets because I don't think we've kept a clean sheet off the top of my head since the season has started. I could be wrong, but I think again this game showcased that first and foremost, you know, it remains to be seen where these guys' careers are going to take them. But we've got a lovely bunch of players at this club. You've got Moro in the middle, you've got Charlie Patino, you've got Kyon Edwards, you know, Tyler Ferran's put in a decent performance. You know, you've got Amari Hutchinson who needs no introduction. For me, Marcelo Flores, man of the match, you know, he's playing on the flanks and we're going to get onto him. But, you know, and even if I haven't said their name collectively, the first year scholars in particular, they're a good bunch of players. Mon Louise, and them things there. Like, and I think, you know, they showed their naiveties in this game and things that they need to improve if they're gonna, you know, have a season to remember and go far in the FA Youth Cup and just develop as players. But for first year scholars who literally they've just become first year scholars, literally just training full time at London Coley. These lot were in secondary school a couple of weeks ago. Well, I say months, COVID messed it up. So they're doing well, man. Defensively, need to look a bit more convincing. Game management needs to improve. You know, we need to stop playing on instinct and be a bit more calculated. But these are all things you expect at this level. And, you know, Crystal Palace, they got a good bunch of young players, man. You got that David, I can't say his last name, but he bagged twice in this game. I'll put it in the description. He bagged twice in this game. I think he had a good game for them against Southampton. I think he's actually been name dropped by Steve Parrish. He's a lovely player and he scored a brace today. They got that curly head centre half, looked like Fellaini. He's decent. And I think he's got an interesting story coming with his family from, I believe, Iraq. And they've got the other winger. The other winger isn't going to help you lot, but you get the point. Crystal Palace have a good crop of players. They've got good technical players. I believe they've just recently been awarded or in the final processes of becoming a Cat 1 academy now as well. So they're a good side, man, and I think they showed that because I think early on we smelt blood. We were moving like a pack of wolves, you know. Flores, the leader of the pack, just buzzing around, pressing. You know, what I really liked, when one man pressed, the next man was backing it. When one man went for a tackle, the next man was backing it. And then people were filling in their positions. Really strong start from our boys. I'll give credit to Palace because as good as I felt we started, I think Palace are a wonderfully coached side. I don't know their gaffer. I don't know how long he's been coaching them. But I think one thing I look at in a good team is, you know, when playing out from the back in particular works and everybody feels good and the passing range is there and the team's not pressing you, anyone can do that. It looks amazing. But it's when you're under pressure, you know, when nerves start to kick in, when players start to doubt themselves. And I don't think Palace did that, you know. We were pressing them. Obviously, at times they were getting caught. It was going out. It was evident they should try other things. But they kept doing it. They kept to their task. And I think that goes down to the testament of the bravery of the defenders and the whole Crystal Palace team, but also the management. And it was an impressive thing. But it did feel we'd score. I was looking at this game to see, we need to see a bit more of maturity from our boys, you know, in the sense of we're kind of on top. You kind of feel we are going to score. I kind of dare I say know we're going to score. And while I think we've got to force the issue a bit more with a bit more quality in the final third, you don't chase the game. It will come to you. Palace are set up they're not set up defensively, but they're defending very well. You know, like us, you know, their first year under 18s, they're not going to be spot on in terms of game management. So when they start to become tired, whether that's the end of the first half or the end of the second half, end of the game, you know, gaps are going to start opening, which was the case for our team, and you know, it's something we've got to work on, but it is going to be the case. So we needed to show just a bit of patience. First 15 we should have scored really and truly, but I felt Palace were holding well. Like I said, we just need to remain calm, really and truly. We really just need to remain calm. Forgive me if I'm wrong, people. Did Palace even take the lead? I'm sure Palace, I've messed up my notes, people. I'm sure even Palace took the lead against a run of play from us, people. I could even be wrong on that. Yeah, I'm not bugging out. David, that was his first goal. I've watched so much football, I can't remember chronologically, but forgive me for mispronunciations of his last name. I will speak about him in a separate video, but David, link in the description for his full name, or thingy, he scored, and it was what we deserved, because I will say this, as much as we had Palace penned in and whatnot, there was that ball, you know, on the counter attack in between our centre halves. You know, our centre halves were kind of guilty of ball watching. Like, say there's a centre half there and a centre half there. I was about to show you my face. and there's a player there, they were splitting us. They were just splitting us. And I think our centre-halves have to learn to get a bit closer to each other to guard against that. Midfield have to learn to press the man that plays that pass a bit better. And I think, you know, at the end of the day, Palace remained pending. They never over respected us. They still tried to put moves together. They deserved it, you know. Why I say we deserve it is because, you know, possession, they deserve it, sorry, is because what our players need to learn is possession is 9/10 of the law. You know, it's what you do with possession, and we learned a guilty lesson. You know, you can have as much of the ball in their half, as many shots and many corners as you want, you know, which we did have a lot of shots and stuff like that. I think I got the stats with me. But they deserved it. It's against the runner play. You know, that kind of throws our game plan out the window. We know we do look like we can score multiple goals, but we kind of need to now. And the one thing is now it looked like there could have been a clean sheet on show today, but it didn't feel like when that goal went in that it was going to be a madness. Now, credit to our boys. I think first five, Palace started very well, very strong, you know. Bit between their teeth after scoring the goals. They stopped respecting us. But after that, I think we started up in it. There was a bit more quality. We're doing things in less touches. I'm seeing more movement. You know, Mziza Gongbo, before I forget, again, forgive me for mispronunciation, had a very good game in both ends for me, going defensively and going forward at left back. When we've got such a great, you know, what's the right word? Just great diverse options in attacking positions at this level. You know, you're not always going to support, you're not always going to give the attention or the praise to these sort of players. So I think it was vital to mention that. But, you know, MARCELO, FLORES hit back very early on for us as well. People made it 1-1, put us back in the game. Like I said, man, after that, there were several periods kind of that I would say, and Amari Hutchinson set up Flores' goal. There were several periods I felt where Palace could take some confidence from some half chances, and I think they did. You know, Kyan Edwards, you know, we're hoping he can prove to be a consistent goal scorer at this level, which I've seen him do it at 16s, and I know he can at this level. Puts us 2-1 ahead. You know, it's a lovely ball from Taylor Hart, if I remember correctly. Puts us 2-1 ahead. I think we deserve it. Now let's go on and make sure we confirm this win, people. Again, there was late drama and whatnot, people, because again, we allowed a cheap goal. Hubert, who's a better keeper than what he did in that, you know, he's caught the ball. I can't remember if it was from a set piece or a corner, but he's caught the ball. He's kind of fumbled it, and they've been given a cheap equaliser. Now, again, it's how you react to that. He's strong mentally. He's a good keeper. He's bailed Arsenal out at this level since he was a first-year scholar several times. You know, we'll give him that mistake. It happens. You go again. But Palace are back in it. And to be fair, you know, they're probably thinking they nicked a point. The drama, people, and this is what you love, because I believe Zach Awe came on the left-hand side. He's passed it to Flores. It's a lovely goal from Flores, people. He deserved that. He's never stopped working. He's cutting off the left-hand side, and he's I won't say miss kick, because it's not a miss kick, but there's no real power in it. But it's gone to the keeper's near post, and it's a very good finish. And you know, it's that same sort of work ethic that saw him come off the bench and involved in a goal in our defeat last season in the FA Youth Cup against Blackpool's under 18s. Flores, one thing I love about him is the work rate. Now, he's probably known for being a more central base player, but since I've been watching him at under 18s level this year, he's been playing on the flanks, and he's been playing well. He's got energy. This man, he's like a Duracell battery, you know, Mexican Duracell battery. Never stops running, never stops working for the team, always mucks in defensively, tries his best to get up there. Literally, it sounds cliche, people, but that man doesn't stop until the last whistle. And I don't know if Arsenal see him as a winger long term, or he's just doing a job there, part of his education and development there, because I know Sijan is doing it at under 18s level, Catalan Sijan. But yeah, I think everybody played well. You know, Amari got an assist and showed some lovely touches. Kyan Edwards is on the score sheet again. Muro regulating in midfield. Charlie Patino regulating and had a good game. You know, it was a fantastic tackle by one of the Palace lads to deny him on effort in the box. It was definitely going in if he didn't make that slide. You know, we've got some quality players at this level, man. But I feel Flores head and shoulders above everybody in this game, man. He was quality. He deserved his 2 goals. He deserves his spot. And if he keeps performing, I know he's a first-year scholar, and right now it's about doing what you need to do at this level. But opportunities can be afforded. Arsenal is a club that will progress and give opportunities. You know, you've got to look at the under-23 stature. Pardon me. At least initially, you'd imagine he could make up a place on the bench. I think Levy Lang did well at fullback as well to take advantage of Daniel stepping up and playing for the 23s against Spurs. I can't wait till Brook is back and ready to really fight at that spot, fight people for that right back spot. But what can I say, man? You know, the goals we conceded, we definitely need to go back to the drawing board and improve. You know, even our game management needs to improve. Taking the lead early on and smelling blood needs to be built upon. There were some positives, there were some, I won't call them negatives, but moments we can, you know, I'm sure there's a lot for the coaching staff and the analysts to pull these guys in when they do and show them what they did well and right. But we walk away with 3 points. I can't complain, people. We beat Palace. We bounced back from defeat last week against Spurs. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it was. And it is what it is. So, yeah, man. Convincing win. Well, convincing in terms of the way it ended, but I wouldn't say convincing win. But, yeah, man. On that note, it's always a pleasure. People, DG.